Welcome back to our channel Rare Coins Hub. Today, we're diving into a classic piece of American currency, the 1965 USA quarter dollar. This coin, known as the Washington Quarter, is iconic for a few reasons: its history, design, and a unique aspect that makes it highly sought after by collectors. We'll go over everything that makes this coin a piece worth talking about, from its origins and design to what gives it such high collectible value today. Stick around because at the end, we'll reveal just how much a rare, high-grade 1965 quarter can be worth. Let's start with a bit of background. In 1965, the United States Mint made a big change to the quarter. For years, quarters were made of silver, but by the 1960s, silver prices were rising rapidly. In response, Congress passed the Coinage Act of 1965, which eliminated silver from quarters and dimes to make coins more affordable to produce. Starting that year, quarters would be made of a copper-nickel combination instead of the traditional 90% silver composition. This change marked the beginning of what collectors now call the clad coinage era. This was a big turning point because it meant that all quarters minted from 1965 onwards would no longer have silver, making earlier silver quarters instantly more collectible. Even though the 1965 quarter doesn't contain silver, its unique position as the first clad quarter gives it a special place in numismatic history. Now let's look at the design of the 1965 quarter. On the obverse side, you'll find the familiar profile of George Washington. This design has been on the quarter since 1932, when it was first introduced to commemorate the 200th anniversary of Washington's birth. The image of Washington, designed by sculptor John Flanagan, is a symbol of American history and leadership. On the reverse side, we have an image of a bald eagle with its wings spread, a powerful symbol of freedom and strength. Above the eagle, you'll see the word United States of America, and beneath it, the denomination quarter dollar. The eagle holds an olive branch in one talon and arrows in the other, representing peace and preparedness. This design has been a part of the quarter's history since its inception and is both patriotic and timeless. Let's talk about the composition of the 1965 quarter. Unlike previous quarters, which were 90% silver, the 1965 version is composed of a clad material, outer layers of copper-nickel bonded to a pure copper core. This copper-nickel clad composition gives it a more durable, modern look and feel compared to the silver coins. Despite being a less valuable metal, the copper-nickel combination was chosen for its strength and ability to withstand daily use. You won't find any mint marks on the 1965 quarter, regardless of where it was produced. From 1965 to 1967, the U.S. Mint decided to remove mint marks from coins to discourage hoarding as they transitioned to clad coinage. This means that all 1965 quarters look the same, making it a bit tricky to trace their exact origin. One of the things that makes the 1965 quarter so special to collectors is its rarity in high grades. Since quarters from this era were produced in large quantities for circulation, they were used extensively, meaning most show wear. Finding a 1965 quarter in pristine, uncirculated condition can be a real challenge. It's not a rare coin overall, but high-grade examples are significantly more difficult to find, and they stand out to serious collectors. Adding to the allure are error coins. Because this was the first year of clad coinage, some quarters accidentally struck on leftover silver planchets from the previous year made it into circulation. These rare silver quarters from 1965 are extremely valuable and highly sought after, as they represent an unusual overlap in minting materials. Grading is key when it comes to the 1965 quarter's value. Like other coins, its condition can be rated on a scale from poor all the way up to mint state. Professional grading agencies like PCGS and NGC evaluate coins based on the presence or absence of scratches, wear, and luster. A high-grade 1965 quarter in mint state, MS, condition can attract much higher prices than one that has been in circulation for years. Grades that reach MS 66, MS 67, and above are especially rare and valuable for the 1965 quarter. Finding a quarter from that year in such condition is like finding a needle in a haystack since most coins from the period show at least some wear. If you have a well-preserved 1965 quarter, getting it graded could definitely increase its value. One exciting thing to keep an eye out for with 1965 quarters is mint errors. Since it was the first year of clad coinage, a few mistakes were bound to happen. The most famous error is the 1965 quarter struck on a 90% silver planchet. These are incredibly rare, but if you're lucky enough to come across one, it could be worth thousands of dollars. Other errors can include off-center strikes, double dies, or planchet flaws. These unusual characteristics make the coin more collectible and can significantly increase its market value. Error coins are fascinating because they represent unintended variations, making each one unique. Over the years, demand for the 1965 quarter has grown, especially among collectors who specialize in post-silver era coins. As the first clad quarter, it holds a unique historical position that appeals to both seasoned and new collectors. The market for high-grade and error examples remains strong, as people continue to appreciate the coin's role in the evolution of U.S. coinage. This coin's value isn't necessarily about its intrinsic material worth but rather its historical significance and the scarcity of top-condition examples. Over time, as high-grade 1965 quarters become harder to find, the value of well-preserved pieces will likely continue to rise. So, let's get to the question that's probably on everyone's mind: what is the value of a 1965 quarter today? While an average circulated quarter from 1965 won't be worth more than face value, a high-grade, uncirculated piece, especially one with errors or unique characteristics, can fetch a surprisingly high price. Some of the finest examples have been valued up to $125,000. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the world of the 1965 USA quarter dollar. Who would have thought that a simple quarter could have such an interesting story and potential value? If you're into coin collecting or just want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. In the middle of this video we're focusing on a fascinating coin, the 1971 USA quarter dollar. While it might seem like just another piece of change, there's much more to this quarter than meets the eye. From its history and design to its unique place in American coinage, this 1971 quarter is a valuable coin with a story worth exploring. Stick around until the end, because we'll reveal an impressive value for this coin, one that could make you think twice about pocket change. Let's kick things off with a bit of history. The 1971 quarter dollar is part of the Washington Quarter series, a coin first introduced in 1932 to honor George Washington's 200th birthday. This quarter replaced the standing Liberty quarter, and the design we see on the 1971 version still uses the classic Washington profile by sculptor John Flanagan. By 1971, the U.S. Mint was well into the clad coinage era. Just 6 years earlier, the Coinage Act of 1965 had removed silver from quarters, nickels, and dimes, which are now primarily made of copper and nickel. The transition to copper-nickel clad coins helped manage rising silver costs, ensuring that coins stayed in circulation without a high production cost. While this makes the 1971 quarter different from pre-1965 silver quarters, it's still collectible, especially if it's well preserved. Now, let's take a close look at the design elements on the 1971 quarter. On the obverse side, we have the iconic image of George Washington. His profile is well known to all of us and serves as a reminder of his leadership and impact on the founding of the United States. The words, "In God We Trust" and "Liberty" frame Washington's image, a timeless tribute to American ideals. Flipping to the reverse side, we see the majestic bald eagle with its wings spread wide. This eagle design has been a staple on quarters since Flanagan's original creation and represents strength, freedom, and resilience. The eagle clutches an olive branch in one talon, symbolizing peace, and arrows in the other, symbolizing preparedness. It's a powerful image that reflects the country's values and resilience. Unlike quarters minted before 1965, the 1971 quarter doesn't contain silver. Instead, it's made of a copper-nickel clad composition, with an inner core of pure copper sandwiched between two outer layers of copper and nickel. This material choice gives the quarter a durable and sleek look while keeping production costs manageable. The coin weighs 5.67 grams, which has been the standard weight for quarters since the clad era began. This quarter was minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Philadelphia quarters from 1971 don't have a mint mark, while the Denver ones have a D mark, and the San Francisco proof coins have an S. The lack of a mint mark can add some intrigue, but it doesn't make Philadelphia coins from this year any rarer than others. So, what makes a 1971 quarter collectible? First, let's discuss the condition. Most 1971 quarters were heavily circulated, which means they often show signs of wear like scratches, dings, and general loss of detail. Finding one in high-grade condition, especially in mint state, MS, or uncirculated condition, can be challenging. High-grade examples are attractive to collectors because they display full detail, from Washington's hair on the obverse to the intricate feathers of the eagle on the reverse. Collectors specifically look for coins with clean surfaces, strong luster, and minimal marks. Coins that achieve a high grade from professional agencies like PCGS or NGC can command a premium due to their excellent condition. As with many coins, errors and varieties make some 1971 quarters especially valuable. Errors can include off-center strikes, double strikes, or planchet flaws. Any of these issues add a layer of rarity to the coin, since they are unique features that make it stand out from the millions of 1971 quarters produced. One of the most sought-after errors for the 1971 quarter is the double die. This can occur when the die shifts slightly between strikes, resulting in a doubled image on certain areas of the coin, typically the inscriptions or Washington's profile. Double dies are rare and highly collectible because they're a visible sign of the minting process going slightly off course. If you have a 1971 quarter with clear doubling, it could be worth significantly more than a standard quarter. Grading plays a huge role in a coin's value. The 1971 quarter, like all collectible coins, is evaluated on a scale from poor to mint state. Coins in low grades may be worth only face value or a little more, but high-grade coins, especially those reaching MS-65 or higher, are much more valuable. If you have a 1971 quarter in exceptional condition, it's worth getting it professionally graded. Coins with high luster, minimal wear, and no visible scratches are often the most valuable to collectors, especially if they carry an official grade from an agency like PCGS or NGC. In some cases, high-grade 1971 quarters can reach impressive prices due to their rarity in uncirculated condition. Did you know that the 1971 quarter is sometimes called a clad classic? It's part of the early years of clad coinage, which was a major shift from the U.S. Mint's reliance on silver coins. As such, the 1971 quarter is a symbol of changing times in American coinage, bridging the gap between silver era and modern coins. Another fun fact, the copper-nickel clad quarters actually cost more to produce than their silver counterparts in today's market, mainly due to the rising prices of base metals. It's interesting to think about how a coin's value and cost of production can evolve over time, adding even more depth to its story. Now, let's get to the part you've been waiting for, the potential value of a 1971 quarter. While a circulated 1971 quarter may not be worth more than face value, high-grade and error coins can be a different story. If you're fortunate enough to own a 1971 quarter in top-notch, uncirculated condition, it could be worth quite a bit. In fact, rare, high-grade examples, especially those with unique errors or high-grade certification, can fetch as much as $118,000 on the collector's market. Thanks for tuning in and exploring the 1971 quarter dollar with me. It's amazing how much history and value can be packed into a single coin. If you enjoyed this look into American coinage and want to learn more about rare and interesting coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. In the end of this video we will take a look on the 1977 USA quarter dollar coin. While it might seem like just another quarter, this coin holds a lot of hidden value and intriguing details that make it a collector's favorite. We'll be exploring the background, design, rarity, and special characteristics that make the 1977 quarter unique, leading up to its surprising worth today. Stick around to the end because I'll be sharing just how much a high-quality example of this coin can go for. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. To fully appreciate the 1977 quarter, it's essential to understand its place in history. The quarter dollar series, or Washington quarter, was introduced back in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington, and it quickly became an American staple. Designed by John Flanagan, this quarter has a history that connects with a long line of patriotic symbolism and legacy in U.S. coinage. By the late 1970s, the Washington quarter had seen some changes. Like other coins in circulation, quarters from 1977 are made from copper-nickel instead of the 90% silver composition used before 1965. This switch was made during the Coinage Act of 1965, helping the U.S. Mint save on production costs. While it's not a silver coin, the 1977 quarter still has significant collector interest, especially in high-grade condition or with unique minting errors. Now, let's take a look at the design. On the obverse side, we have the iconic image of George Washington facing left, surrounded by the words, "Liberty" above his head and, "In God We Trust," to the left. Flanagan profile of Washington has remained relatively unchanged, making it one of the longest-running designs in U.S. coinage. The simplicity and dignity of this design are part of its enduring appeal. Turning to the reverse side, we find the majestic bald eagle, the national bird and symbol of the United States, with its wings spread wide and clutching arrows in its talons. The eagle design embodies strength, vigilance, and freedom, and it's completed with an olive branch below, symbolizing peace. The words United States of America and $quarter frame the eagle, giving the coin its official labeling and unmistakable identity. Unlike pre-1965 quarters, which were primarily silver, the 1977 quarter is made with a copper core surrounded by copper nickel, making it a clad coin. This composition helps the coin resist tarnishing and wear, keeping the design details sharp even after years in circulation. It weighs 5.67 grams, and this copper-nickel combination is part of why the coin maintains that distinctive silvery appearance while being durable and affordable to produce. This coin was minted at two main locations in 1977, Philadelphia and Denver. You can identify where your coin was minted by looking at the mint mark. Coins from Philadelphia don't have a mint mark, while those from Denver carry a small D mark on the obverse, just to the right of Washington's ponytail. Mint marks add an extra element of interest for collectors, with certain mints sometimes yielding coins that have unique characteristics. Although the 1977 quarter is relatively common in circulated condition, finding one in pristine, high-grade condition can be challenging, making those examples more valuable. Coins that have been well preserved in uncirculated or near-mint condition can fetch higher prices, especially if they have no scratches, dents, or other signs of wear. Collectors specifically seek out 1977 quarters that are in mint state, or MS condition, rated by agencies like PCGS or NGC. A high-grade, uncirculated 1977 quarter with a clean surface and minimal imperfections is much rarer and often commands a premium among serious collectors. So, if you find a 1977 quarter that's been well kept, you may have something of greater value on your hands. One of the reasons certain 1977 quarters have significant value is due to minting errors. Errors happen when something goes wrong during the minting process, making a coin stand out from the rest. Some errors that collectors look for in the 1977 quarter include off-center strikes, die breaks, and double dies. One of the most desirable errors is the double die, where parts of the coin's design appear doubled due to the die shifting slightly between strikes. This kind of error often appears on the text or the details of Washington's profile, and it's a highly sought-after variety. If you have a 1977 quarter with noticeable doubling, especially one graded in good condition, it can have a considerable value beyond a standard quarter. Grading plays a crucial role in determining a coin's value. The higher the grade, the better the coin's condition, and the more it could be worth. Grading ranges from poor, P, to mint state, MS, and coins graded MS 65 or above are considered extremely well preserved and desirable. If you come across a 1977 quarter with high luster, no visible wear, and minimal or no scratches, it might be worth sending it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Having a coin in a certified grade can significantly increase its value, as buyers have more confidence in its authenticity and condition. Top-grade 1977 quarters can surprise you with their worth, especially to dedicated collectors who value pristine coins. Did you know that the 1977 quarter, like others from the clad era, has a unique production history? The switch from silver to copper-nickel composition wasn't just about cost saving, it was also a move to ensure there were enough coins in circulation to meet demand. This clad composition has kept the design intact for over 5 decades, a testament to its durability and timeless appeal. Additionally, the cost of producing these copper-nickel quarters has increased over the years, mainly due to the rising price of base metals. Despite this, quarters remain in circulation as an essential part of the U.S. monetary system. The 1977 quarter, in particular, stands out to collectors as a piece of post-silver era history, symbolizing both tradition and change. So, how much could a 1977 quarter actually be worth? Well, for a standard, circulated 1977 quarter, it may only be worth its face value or slightly more. But if you're lucky enough to own a high-grade or error coin, the story changes. Coins in top-grade condition or those featuring unique errors, like a double die, can be especially valuable. Depending on the grade and any error varieties, a 1977 quarter in superb condition could be worth up to an impressive $104,000 on the collector's market. Thanks so much for joining us in today's exploration of the 1977 USA $quarter coin. Who knew there was so much to learn about one coin? If you're fascinated by American coinage, collectibles, or just the hidden stories in our everyday currency, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications for more exciting coin videos. Let me know in the comments if you have any 1977 quarters or if you'd like me to cover another specific coin next. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting.